For years, the world has looked at Jay-Z as the blueprint of black excellence, a rapper who turned hustler money into a billion-dollar empire, a man who married Beyoncé and built Roc Nation into a global brand. But 2025 gave us a different side of Jay-Z, a side that couldn't buy his way into power. The dream of a Times Square casino, a project backed by Jay-Z and his circle, came crashing down in public. Reports say Jay-Z had to borrow against his own home, even against Beyoncé's house, just to make the bid. Imagine that, a so-called billionaire begging banks, bringing in questionable partners, and still getting denied by New York lawmakers. The city didn't bite. They didn't want a casino backed by shady business partners, smoke shops, strip clubs, and drug money rumors. And that humiliation? It stuck to Jay-Z like glue. The same mogul who bragged about owning the block couldn't even get into the room with the people holding the real power, and then came the twist no one expected. Dr. Umar Johnson stepped into the conversation. Yes, the controversial Dr. Umar Johnson, the self-proclaimed prince of Pan-Africanism, the man behind the unfinished FDMG Academy in Delaware, Dr. Umar Johnson, who himself is battling headlines for launching a $111 on OnlyFans and admitting he might sell the school he promised to black boys. Instead of staying silent, he lit the fire higher. Dr. Umar Johnson accused Jay-Z of trying to exploit New York, of dressing greed up as opportunity, of being no different from a hustler on the corner. Think about the irony. Jay-Z, a man worshipped as a face of black wealth, exposed by Dr. Umar Johnson, a man mocked for begging donations online. One billionaire with no casino, one scholar with no school, two men, two dreams, both haunted by broken promises. The comparison spread like wildfire. Social media dragged both at the same time. TikTok stitched clips of Jay-Z walking into boardrooms with headlines about him borrowing against Beyoncé's house, then cut to Dr. Umar Johnson chanting peace and black power, family, while flashing his Cash App. One viral comment said it all. 2025 is wild. A rapper billionaire and a Pan-African preacher fighting over who scammed the black community harder, and the contradictions kept piling. Supporters of Jay-Z said the casino would have created jobs. Critics clapped back, Atlantic City is 1 hour away. Why bring debt and addiction to Times Square? Supporters of Dr. Umar Johnson said OnlyFans was just another way to raise money for the school. Critics pointed to the boarded-up windows of the FDMG Academy and asked, where are the students? After 10 years of donations? The truth is, neither man looked strong. Jay-Z, once untouchable, looked desperate. Dr. Umar Johnson, once fiery and unshakable, looked cornered. Yet both men knew how to spin. Jay-Z hid behind his silence, letting partners like Desiree Paris defend him. Dr. Umar Johnson roared in live streams, blaming haters, government red tape, and jealousy for his struggles. Different strategies, same goal, survival, but here's where it cuts deep. Jay-Z can fail upward. If the casino flops, he still walks home to Beyoncé, still owns Roc Nation, still sits on Forbes' list. Dr. Umar Johnson, if the FDMG Academy collapses, has nothing but a reputation in ashes. That's why the clash felt so raw. Both men trying to expose each other's cracks while ignoring their own. Donors spoke out. One former FDMG supporter cried live on Instagram, I gave Dr. Umar Johnson $500 back in 2017. My son is grown now. Where's the school? Meanwhile, critics of Jay-Z resurfaced students from his scholarship program, complaining they were left with bills even after Roc Nation promised to cover tuition. Both stories went viral side by side, painting a picture of promises sold for headlines, not results. Memes roasted Jay-Z for charging the community with casinos, while Dr. Umar Johnson charged $111 on OnlyFans for lectures. Twitter joked, at least Jay-Z gives you concerts, Umar gives you Cash App links. It was brutal, but it stuck. And yet, both men refused to fold. Jay-Z will keep chasing billion-dollar plays. Dr. Umar Johnson will keep begging for donations, daring supporters to save FDMG Academy or watch it be sold. Both louder than ever, both refusing to admit defeat, both dragging each other's names into the mud to cover their own. The final question is brutal but necessary when history looks back. Will Jay-Z be remembered as the billionaire who failed to buy a casino? Will Dr. Umar Johnson be remembered as a scholar who failed to open a school? Or will they both be remembered together to powerful men, one from hip-hop, one from Pan-African circles, both undone not by enemies, but by their own contradictions? One thing's for sure, whether it's Jay-Z losing a casino, or Dr. Umar Johnson risking the FDMG Academy, 2025 just proved that money, hype, and charisma can't cover the truth forever. Asterisk, but here's where it stings. Jay-Z failed upward. He still walks away a billionaire with Beyonce on his arm. Dr. Umar Johnson fails downward. Every unpaid bill threatens to erase the FDMG Academy entirely. Yet both men are now judged by the same measure. Promises not kept. Supporters of Jay-Z argue the casino could have brought jobs. But critics fired back. Atlantic City is 1 hour away. Who really needed another casino in Times Square? Supporters of Dr. Umar Johnson said online fans and donations are just modern fundraising tools. But critics pointed at the crumbling building in Delaware and asked, where are the classrooms? And so the fight continues. Jay-Z dodges questions about student debt and a casino loss. Dr. Umar Johnson doubles down, calling himself King Kong of consciousness, daring donors to send cash or watch FDMG Academy be sold. Each man pointing at the other's flaws, while their own legacies crumble. The real question, when history writes this chapter, will Jay-Z be remembered as the mogul who failed to buy a casino? And will Dr. Umar Johnson be remembered as a scholar who never opened a school? Or will both names be tied together to powerful men exposed not by enemies, but by their own contradictions?